Hello guys, Solitaire Gaming here, back from our part of Killer Queen, and let's get started. Soichi then called up the map function on his PDA, which he had been completely familiar with at this point. However, we'll pass by several storehouses on the way, so I think we should check them out for PDA software. Since we're all the way on the top floor, we should have ample time to search.
寄り道しながら戦闘禁止エリアに。はい、わかりました。
Drop by. You make it sound like we're shopping, Sakumi-san. Soichi snickered.
もう、みつるぎさん。
Sorry. Soichi immediately stopped laughing. Click. Soichi slowly turned the doorknob of a storehouse, then quickly peeked inside. He knew it was probably deserted since he heard no noises coming from within, but he wasn't taking chances. One could never be too careful. I think it's safe. He then proceeded to push the door open all the way. What greeted them was a dim room. The lights in there were considerably darker than the ones in the hallway in the previous rooms. For what they could make out, several boxes were there side by side. They weren't cardboard like the previous ones, but rather plastic and metal.
なんか当たりっぽい。
Karen started walking over to the boxes. Hey, wait.
大丈夫、大丈夫。
Soichi, Sakumi, and Nagisa entered the room after Karen.
よっこいしょ。
Clink. The box made a grave sound as it was opened.
あれ？なにこれ？
Karen's voice tensed up. Karen immediately opened another box.
ありえない、こんなの。
What, is it lots of weapons? She then started opening one after the other.
どうしたの、カリーさん。
When Sakumi called out to her, Karen turned around with a tense expression on her face. She then let out an empty laugh. Soichi then realized what was going on. No way. Soichi ran over to Karen and looked in one of the open boxes. Soichi's face also grew dark. He then proceeded to look into an adjacent box.
みつるぎ。
Karen, who was standing next to Soichi, grabbed his arm by total reflex. Soichi exchanged glances with her. They could see the uneasiness in each other's eyes. This wasn't surprising given what they were looking at. Soichi couldn't help but stare dumbfoundedly at all the military weaponry stockpiled in the boxes. There were 4 assault rifles, 4 submachine guns, 4 revolvers, 6 grenades, 4 bulletproof vests. There were also combat knives, small machetes, and even Japanese swords. Japanese swords? Why would you need a sword in a gun battle? There are very few medical and food supplies. Fortunately, they had stacked up on food earlier, or else they would be in real trouble. It made sense that there were virtually no food supplies up here, due to the remaining time and what would inevitably occur on that floor.
こんなことって。
Sakumi, who had walked up to Soichi, was beside herself when she saw all the weapons. To think they really go this far. The gun that Soichi possessed was a pea shooter compared to the heavy stuff they packed up here. The sheer amounts of weaponry was overkill for a fight between so few people. It seemed the weapons slowly increased in power with each floor. By the time the players got their hands on these things, the forbidden area rule would make the accessible area smaller, thus provoking fighting. By finding these deadly weapons, what little trust they had in each other would be shattered. By then it would be too late. All hell would break loose, and they would be fighting each other to the point where no one would cooperate anymore. Then they end up seriously hurting each other with these weapons. No, it's worse than that. These weapons were too powerful to use in such a simple word as hurt. Whoa! Did someone die? The echo of the alarm made everyone jump in surprise. Did someone just die? The sound snapped the group out of their trance and brought them back to reality. Soichi's PDA was the only one that rang. He quickly took out the PDA to find that that the counter for the number of survivors was flashing. 9. 2 people had died simultaneously. Who died?
みつるぎさん
It looks like 2 people just died. The group's faces grew even dimmer upon hearing Soichi's announcement. Who
誰なんで
died?
しょう
I can't tell, but I don't think it was Nagasawa or Tezuka, since they were both going about this game alone.
じゃあさっきのレイカさんたちかそれとも会ったことのない2人ってことですか
Probably the latter. Soichi assumed it was probably the 2 people they hadn't met yet that died. He came to this conclusion because he couldn't see Takayama and Reika getting defeated so easily. Real weapons displayed in front of them and the grim reality they just learned were shocking. But they had no choice but to believe in them. Soichi was certain that the 2 victims were killed with weapons like these, and so the group needed a bit more time before they could recover from the shock. Are they going to show who died? The alarm signaling that the group had arrived at a non-combat area rang.
ここまで来れば一安心ですねそうだね
Karen opened the door while Soichi kept watch at the rear.
誰もいないかな
Soichi looked into the room at the sound of Karen's voice. He saw a deserted room with an interior similar to a boarding house, the same as all the other non-combat areas.
あれなんでしょうあれ
Sakumi pointed at something in the center of the room. It was a small 4-wheeled vehicle that was about 50 centimeters tall. Soichi recognized it. It was an automation that was built to scout for people buried beneath rubble at sites of terrorist attacks. You remember seeing it on TV one time when he was with his girlfriend.
あんなのが武器を持って追ってきたら怖いわよね
They literally have the same voice. Is Sakumi his old girlfriend? His ex-girlfriend? Though she said that half-heartedly. It was said that those machines were armed when used for such retaliation attacks. I think that machine was called. At that moment, the automation swiveled towards the group. Everyone, get down! Soichi pushed his comrades down before he could even finish speaking. Oh no! The continuous sounds of light explosions ran out. How many people could recognize that it as the sound of gunfire? Gah. Soichi's left arm, which he used to shield the others, was pierced by a stray bullet. The wound started bleeding and dyed Soichi's arm a crimson red. Sakumi screamed hysterically. She started panicking as soon as she noticed the blood dripping down Soichi's arm. Forget it, just hurry, we gotta get out of here now. The automation movements weren't the smoothest. While several countries had officially adopted them for military use, robot weapons were still unperfected technology and therefore very fragile. No, don't, this is a non-combat area, remember? But that weak point was more than made up by using the non-combat area as an impregnable defense. They couldn't attack in there or their collars would activate and blow up. Simply put, they couldn't lay a hand on that machine trying to kill them. They moved towards Soichi's group as it slowly reloaded. If this were any other room, they could solve this just by kicking it over. Hurry, move! Soichi cut in between his companions and the automation as he pushed them towards the entrance. Oh great, once it fully reloaded, the automation opened fire again. The bullets missed, only grazing the group. Due to the intense recoil of the gunfire, the machine slowed down once again. Soichi turned around once he noticed that. After dashing out of the room, the girls looked at Soichi with worry. He started running out. Don't stop, keep going. The guy who set this up might still be around. Bang bang. 2 shots were fired the moment Soichi rushed out of the room. One bullet grazed Soichi's head, while the second one ripped into his skin next to his previous gunshot wound. Soichi was then physically assaulted by someone. By the time he realized it was Tezuka, Soichi had fallen to the floor. Tezuka then proceeded to strangle him. Gah. Although Soichi was grimacing from the sharp pain in his left arm, he still tried to push Tezuka off of him.
バカなやつだ。あんな足手まといなんかかばうからこうなるんだ。
But Tezuka was stronger. He pinned Soichi down even further and further.
この
Karen turned towards Tezuka and kicked him. Tezuka took his left hand off Soichi and pointed the muzzle of the gun in his right hand at Karen. Bang! Soichi managed to pin Tezuka's right arm as the gun fired. Thankfully, he missed Karen and put a good-sized hole in the ceiling. I mean, come on, Soichi. Are you gonna be this... You're still not gonna kill anyone? Just kill someone for once. I mean, I don't get why people think that, oh, not killing means you're a better person. No, it means you're just trying to survive. If someone's crazy and shooting at you, you have to do self-defense. But the shock of being shot at sent Karen falling to the floor.
お前もだ、ミツルギ。
Tezuka punched Soichi's wound with his free left fist. God, is he gonna die? Intense pain shot through Soichi's body, causing his body to stiffen and his muscles to go flaccid.
そうそう。おとなしくしていればすぐに済む。
Tezuka took out his PDA with his blood-stained left hand and brought it close to Soichi's collar. Tezuka's plan was to detonate it by connecting it to the wrong PDA. Soichi's face was twisted in agony. Just as Tezuka's PDA was about to connect with Soichi's collar, Sakumi finally stopped trembling. I just straight Misuragi's son's gonna get killed. When that thought hit her, Sakumi's body reacted on its own. She took the knapsack from her back and swung it at with one great motion. Clang! The knapsack smashed Tezuka's head with a dull metallic thump. It then molded into the shape of Tezuka's head. The contents of said knapsack were a portable stove, plates, and other goods. It was clearly heavier than Nagisa's knapsack, which held mostly food. Tezuka took the full force of the blow and fell face forward to the ground. Sakumi dropped the knapsack and rushed over to pull Soichi out, who was pinned under Tezuka's weight. But Sakumi wasn't physically strong enough to begin with, so she was having a hard time. Karen came to her senses and moved towards him. Soichi endured the pain in his arm and pushed some of Tezuka's bulk off himself. Thanks to that, Soichi was able to crawl the rest of the way out from under Tezuka. Just kill Tezuka, you guys! Tezuka shook his head and put a hand to his forehead. Sakumi's blow hadn't even been strong enough to knock Tezuka out, but he was still reeling from the blow, given that he soon fell on all fours. Soichi decided to act once he saw that. Come on, guys, you have to get out of here now. Soichi grabbed the arm of the still cowering Nagisa and started running away from Tezuka. Blood was still pouring from the wounds in Soichi's arms. Sakumi followed the others as tears ran down her eyes from seeing Soichi in such a painful state. I mean, come on, you could have just killed him right there. You could have killed Tezuka right there. You decided to let him go. It was 4 against 1, isn't it? Soichi headed for the first storehouse the group had visited on the 6th floor. He had the area memorized and knew there weren't any traps, so he figured it would be the fastest place to hide. The throbbing pain in his arm reminded Soichi of his wound, as well as the blood gushing out of them. If Tezuka spots this blood trail, it'll lead him right to us. Thinking that Soichi had his left arm firmly against his shirt, this temporarily soaked up the blood and prevented it from falling to the floor. However, it evoked intense pain throughout his body. Being forced to move caused the wound to open wider and made the bleeding worse and worse. That's why Soichi had to muster all his strength just to make sure he didn't leave a blood trail. Is everyone okay? By the time Soichi and the rest of the group crowded into the storehouse, the blood loss combined with exhaustion and pain had left Soichi on the verge of fainting. Soichi's mind had pushed its limits. Womp. He's gonna die. Soichi started stumbling forward. Listen up, guys. If Tezuka comes here, leave me behind and run. Sakumi rushed over and grabbed Soichi just before he hit the cold, hard floor. His bleeding arm dangled free as he struggled to stay awake. What's up with you? Why are you being so formal and calling me Mr. Rugi? I don't like that. Call me Soichi like you always do. Soichi's weak gaze was focused on Sakami's face, but seeing someone else instead. He's gonna die? It's fine. Forget about it. I'm just glad that so glad that I protect you this time, Yuki. Yuki, a satisfied smile crossed his face as he happily said that nostalgic name. Soichi's consciousness then faded into complete darkness. Soichi was sitting by himself. He couldn't remember why I was here, but he didn't really care about that. Swarms of people passed each other, the same clamor echoing loudly around him. Soichi was waiting for her to arrive, almost all that hustle and bustle. Hey there. Is your hair really pink though? I don't know, when exactly were you supposed to meet up again? She raised an eyebrow and gave an unsatisfied snort. What are you talking about? Wait, is something happening today? Her comments only made Soichi more confused. And this is where I'll be stopping off for today. Thank you for watching this part of Killer Queen. Have a great day and night wherever you are, and please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and please comment if you found anything interesting in the video.